Well, we got tons of progress done on the Impala. Fairly caught up with that thing. So I'm gonna start working on the next big project, which is getting the 53 Plymouth ready for Hot August Nights. And I got lots of plans for it. I'm not really gonna share a whole bunch until I get parts here and stuff like that. But for now, let's just get this thing in the shop and then we'll yeah, get it going. First things first is fixing the floors. So let's get that. Gotta grab the battery and some fuel. Take it out there and we'll pull that thing inside here. That is backwards. Gotta remember this thing's reverse polarity. Alright. Let's see if this thing will fire off and drive inside. Alright, now we got this thing inside. Let's take a look at what we got in the mail to fix these rusty floors. Set the camera down here. These panels here are from Classic to Current, I believe, or Current to Classic. It's just the only thing I could find online for the Plymouth. There's a little driver's side pedal cover. Get all these out of the box here real quick. Take a look at them. And here they are. So this is the driver front. And this is supposed to be the little panel that goes on there. I noticed even though these two are from the same company, their fit isn't great. You can see the edges here. So I'm gonna have to do some manipulation to this to get it working. But I think this will be a good start. And there's the rear and the passenger front. I'm not exactly sure these are gonna go far enough over to cover all the rust we have, but at least it'll get us going in the right direction. And I don't know if I want to start on the front. Maybe I'll start with the rear because it might be a little easier. Then I can figure out what I'm doing and go from there. So I do want to just lay the panels in here and kind of trace out where it's gonna fit, so I can figure that out and how much I gotta cut out of there. So let's see, we'll just go ahead and start with the driver rear. So here's left rear floor. I'm going to set this in there and see how well it fits up. It's really hard to judge, but for the most part it's kind of the right shape. It doesn't really cover much over here like I thought. And back here it's not really wide enough, but I guess it'll give us a basis of where we need to start. And I'm thinking anyways, I'm gonna cut it a little shorter than it needs to be and just overlap it. That way I can have somewhere to weld. So I'm not really too worried about cutting it exactly where it needs to be cut. But this floor has been replaced before, so I know that for sure. Got our wiring here. I think I decided what I'm gonna do is just cut the floor out where it's super rusty. So I'm not gonna cut out any of this over here. I'm just gonna cut it probably around here, across here, and then across here, and just make sure I cut out all this rust. And then I'll just cut that panel to weld in here and cover that, because this out here is still really solid and it's not rotted or anything. I just laid underneath and looked at all of it. It looks pretty solid still, but with some wire wheeling and some new coating and stuff, it'll look fine. And then it'll have the sound deadening and then carpet on top. So I'm not worried about it too much. And this isn't like a full restore or anything, so I'm not going crazy trying to make it perfect. So I'm just gonna cut this square out, and then we'll mock that up on there and cut it with a little bit of overlap, and then I'll be able to tack it in, weld it in place. Well, there's the first main chunk of rust out of there. All right, let's see here. Alright, that'll work there. Try to manipulate it into place while I weld it. But I need to wire wheel all this and get all this stuff out of here, so I got somewhere to weld. Alright, let's go ahead and try to get this tacked in here. I'm gonna have to tack it and hammer it along the edges to line it up as I weld around. Gonna get this side jammed in here as far as I can. And I'll tack it back here. And then just work my way along this edge. I'm gonna go ahead and just kneel on it here to bend it down in this corner. And I'll get it welded over here. Just ran and got some new flap discs and a brand new wire wheel. Pretty heavy duty one. So hopefully the other sides are a little easier on the cleaning part of things and we can get them knocked out. Kind of want to try to get this driver's side done now. But this one looks like it's going to be a lot more work than what I just did in the back. Because I got this panel that goes up by the pedals and everything and up under the column over there. And it's also rusted all the way over here on the edge on the inside of the rocker. So this one's going to be a lot more work cutting everything out of the way. And hopefully fairly straightforward getting all that put together up there. This doesn't fit very good. Well, nothing to it but to just start cutting and figure out how to make it fit later on, I guess. So let's just start chopping this out of here. I guess I could save this part here too, because it's not too bad, and just cut here. That'd probably be the smartest thing to do. Yeah, we'll do that. Man, oh man. This is gonna be fun. Well, I think that'll work. I'll just take it all the way over to the rocker over here. Actually, I might trim off like an inch. That way it doesn't cover these holes. But that'll fit all the way around here. And then I'll use our other piece to patch this. And that way our pedal holes and our throttle pedal and everything will be in the same spot. This will be in the same spot. And then we'll just weld it around. So let me get the wire wheel out and go to town wire wheeling this thing. There we go, all tacked in. Just gotta finish patching the front parts and doing this back half right here where it's rotted out. And then we'll be able to move on to the other side. Install my chair real fast. That way I can pull the car out, turn it around, and back it in here so I can work on this side still on the other side of the car. So let's get this thing flipped around. Not exactly sure why this is kicked up so high. Gonna take some motivation to get in there. I thought for sure this one would fit like super easy. I don't understand why this is cut out here. I mean, I can make that work, but it's definitely not ideal. This edge doesn't come up at all. This edge is cut out at an angle or a radius, leaving a bunch of rust right here, because this needs to be welded all the way around. And then this side doesn't even reach the A-pillar, and there's a bunch of rust right here. And then this side's all kicked up, all funky. Not really sure what the deal is with this thing, but my hammer and my welder will make it fit. Just gonna kind of jam through this one and get it done. Alright, I went ahead and got this side fully tacked in, finished the side patches up on the side, the front corner, that corner, the little patch back here, and then I went ahead and seam sealed it just to see how it would turn out, and it looks pretty good. Pretty happy with how it turned out. This factory like undercoating they have all over this thing is crazy thick. It's almost like they use like a seam sealer type of stuff over the whole car. So I need to find some type of underbody coating or something to just go over this whole inside just to make it one color and look decent, because I haven't had the best of luck finding carpet for this thing. So it's pretty much just going to end up being the panels where I welded them seam sealed to make it look a little smoother like this, and then some type of underbody coating to cover the rest of it. So that's pretty much all the rust repair I'm going to do inside the car here. This back corner over here is not as bad, so I'm just going to wire wheel it off and then try to neutralize the rust and then throw the underbody coating over everything, and it should be good to go. It's got a little bit more welding over there and back there to do. I tried to fill in about every 1/4 inch attack weld and then seam sealer. So it turned out pretty good. I need to order some more seam sealer and get that, and then I'll knock out the other side over there. Well, I got some underbody coating sprayed in here, and it looks good being all black, but it's not textured like I'd like. I'd like to mimic the factory stuff, so I might need to do bed liner or something, or get like thick roll-on underbody coating, but that'll work for now. I'm gonna try to buy some better stuff and put it on there, but that won't be in this video. Got all the floors replaced and found some floor mats to throw in here for now. And I'm not super stoked with the way these floors fit and all the patch panels I had to add in everywhere. Like this whole side I had to add the old edge over here, and then the whole corner, and same with over there on that side and around the pedals, because the panels I bought just did not fit. But I made it work. For what this car is, it'll get the job done, and I'll be able to cruise it around and not have my feet falling out of the car. Well, if you watched the video this far along, I'll give you guys a little sneak peek of what I'm doing to the car for Hot August Nights. So, air ride. I know a lot of people told me to keep it stock, but I don't listen. Got all the management and everything in here, and there's the airbags and the tank. So we'll get this thing looking good. I'm not going to show the car yet, just because that's for the next video. So thank you guys for watching. Thanks for checking out my work and everything we got going on here. Got plenty in store for the next one. See you guys in the next video.